Okay, very good. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here in Malta, and as a Federal Association of Small Medium Enterprises, we open the doors for German entrepreneurs to the Maltese market, and of course, vice versa. And furthermore, we have got the opportunity and the chance that the German Mittelstand is a helping hand in 70 other countries, and you have to see it like that, that the network is going to reach out to authorities to open the doors to new business partners. And today we have got the pleasure to meet somebody from Dubai, and Mr. Kaseer Cotti Collan in Dubai. Welcome you here. Thank you very much for joining our live interview. Um, Hope you're fine in Dubai.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good, very good. Kaseer, we met 4 weeks ago in Dubai, and that was the first time we met in person. And I was really inspired of you and of the country, what the Emirates did over there. It's unbelievable. And you, as our representative, so you are the helping hand for Germany in Dubai. And please introduce yourself with a few words.
Pleasure, pleasure. So my name is Kaseer Cotti Collan. I am here in this region for the last 17 years. So I was working previously with a family company, family office, which is called Luta. So I was taking care of entire investments and finance. So we started BVMW as a UAE representative. I was a UAE representative for BVMW for the last 2 years, and I was also managing partner for the Expandeers Middle East here in this region. So we are very closely working with government, semi-government, private companies over here.
Mhm.
So we are very closely working with the immigrations and all the department, the government departments. And one of our local partner is a Emirati local. He's well connected with the Dubai government, and he was working in a government departments in a high level position. So whenever we have anything's related to the government, we are getting a support from that from them, and we are here to support the BVMW as a representative. Any company they would like to explore their business in this region. So I am always here to support, to help. So you can contact me anytime whenever you need. So
You know,
what? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
when I was in Dubai, we had that conversation that we had clients. They came from Germany to Dubai, and there was a fair, so climate and sustainable energy, and they were so excited. And then you mentioned that Alfons, now they are so excited, and so go back to Germany, and then nothing happened. And then you told me, Alfons, it's so important that they have then the helping hand, because to do then the following up, yeah. And I think you can confirm that. I have that also in Malta. So when companies from Germany are coming to Malta and they speak to the authorities and everything is nice and beautiful, and then it stops. Yeah, and it's like also like in Dubai, and therefore the association is the perfect key to keep business running. So for the first steps that we would like to, we would like to encourage entrepreneurs to come to take the step to a different country. So what I would like to ask you, so what are the most popular types of companies to form in Dubai, and what are maybe their advantages and disadvantages? And I know you have got a presentation, yeah, but please answer that question.
Yeah, actually, we have a different, authorities. Like we have a online the facility which is called economic department, and we have a
Mhm,
free zone as well. So we
mhm,
have a different, the sole establishments. We have JV, joint venture companies. We have LLC companies, and we have free zone companies. So the free
mhm,
zone company, we have 100% ownership. So you don't have to have any local sponsors. So
mhm,
in LLC, you should have a sponsor, a local sponsor. But
mhm,
recently, the government itself is implemented a new the system, which is called the mainland, and you can have a 100% ownership company. So previously, the government implemented that if you would like to establish over here a company, so you don't have to have a local sponsor. So you can have 100% ownership mainland company you can operate, and the operation, yeah.
And the free zone, that is zero tax. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Zero.
And you have, yeah, if you have a free zone, so you can have a protection on your currency as well. So the free zone can be operate in different currencies. So you don't have to have a AED dirhams related company. So you can operate in any currencies. So that's the two advantage which we can have or open a free zone company. So free zone company will be 100% ownership and a free on the currency as well. So you can operate in different currencies as well.
Mhm. So that was the advantages. The disadvantages, sometimes I think also like in Malta, that we have to deal with the requirements regarding banks, compliance, and it's going to be very complicated. I think we have got the same issue in Dubai, but there's always a way. That is a good thing. Huh?
Exactly. So when we are talking about establishing a company over here, the government itself is easy the process. So the good thing is that recently the government was implemented. If you would like to establish a company over here, so you don't have to be here present. You don't have to be physically present over here. Everything can be done through online. So what you need to do is you upload all the documents in the system, and in the final stage, they should have a online, like a Zoom or something like that. You should have presence in the Zoom, and you should have to show all the documents, on by Zoom. Then this can be done. So all the the system can be done very easily, and very few years the government has going to implement. Everything can be done through online. So you don't have to physically visit any of the the departments. So you can do everything through online. When it comes to the disadvantage,
Yeah.
as everyone knows, that there is a small challenge for the bank account opening, because why? The government itself wants to make sure that the money is coming in the region. It can be a what is called, we can call a white money.
Yes.
So everyone has to follow the KYC. So the KYC, if the KYC is properly done, the documentation is properly submitted, so there will not be any issue to open the bank account. But always the problem is, sometimes they want to have a 3 months or 6 months personal bank statement. So it has to be attested, it has to be in English version. So that's why always there will be a small delay is coming. But overall, we can open a bank account. If you want to open a personal bank account, it can be done in a few hours. Everything can be done through online. The personal bank account can be done. So we have a digital banking systems, we have a physical banking system, we have conventional banking system, we have a Sharia compliant banking system. So we have almost 200 plus banks are here in this region. So there will not be a big issue. Only the challenge, which as I mentioned to you, everyone knows that government itself want to make sure that the money is coming to this region, it's safe.
Yeah, clear source of wealth. Yes, I do understand that.
Exactly.
How difficult is it to find a suitable office for a company just incorporated, or do you have maybe?
No, actually, for the commercial spaces, there are a lot of available spaces everywhere. If you want to have a free zone, so you can have a free zone visa, and you can have a free zone commercial spaces available in all the free zones. And if you are talking about the mainland, we can have a lot of buildings. Everyone knows that there are a lot of commercial, the space are available. And for the pricing and all, it's compared to anywhere in the world, it's very cheap, compared to the per square feet, it's very cheap. And you can find the commercial space through online. You can contact a lot of real estate agents are here. So
All right.
whenever you need any commercial space, you can approach these kind of the companies, the real estate company. They can support you. They can find your suitable commercial spaces. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal.
As you just mentioned, real estate. I think the real estate is one of the most promising sectors in the business world in Dubai right now. When I
Exactly,
was
exactly.
there, I thought it was really amazing what they're going to do now. And you
Yeah,
just mentioned
exactly.
before our interviews, you just mentioned some figures. Please inform our visitors. How is it going?
Yeah, actually, recently for the last 3 months, the real estate market was like booming. It was compared to the last 2022 quarter one, it was almost 89% was increase. So it's a huge jump,
Unbelievable.
89%, unbelievable. Actually,
Unbelievable.
the good thing is for the real estate itself, the market is booming. So everyone wants to put their money in a safe place. So
Yes.
I can see the UAE is the best place which their money can be safe. So that's why everyone was investing over here in the real estates. And we are very closely working with one of the real estate company called Arabzon,
Mm-hmm.
and we are a strategic partnership with them.
Mm-hmm.
And as BVMW, as the Expandeers, so we are very closely working with them, and they are already registered with most of the developers over here in UAE.
Mm-hmm. So, but let's go to your presentation,
Yeah, sure.
so that everybody have a better understanding of Dubai.
No worries.
So that those things happen sometimes when it's live. Aha.
Yeah, no worries. So thank you very much for your time. So I would like to go very quickly this presentation. So I don't want to take more time.
Mhm.
So if you would like to have this presentation, so you can contact me or Alfons anytime, and you can send me the email, or I can share this presentation whenever you need.
Very
So
good.
I would like to go one by one. So we talk about why UAE.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about what, where, who, when, and why,
Mm-hmm.
and we have some success stories as well. So what are the success model which we have for the UAE?
Mm-hmm.
So when we are talking about the UAE overall, so we have a GDP growth of 358.9 billion in 2020, and we are talking about the per capita, which is around 38,661, and the Human Development Index is 0.890, benchmark with Greece and France. And the largest cities in UAE, it's Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and Sharjah. So when we are talking about the overall population over here in UAE, it's 9.86 million and over of 200 nationalities. So we have a different nationalities. The biggest nationality is Indians, which is 38.2 percentage, and the Emiratis is 11.6. Continue with the other countries as well. So when we are talking about the Abu Dhabi is the capital of UAE, which is 1.8 million people are there, and this is the sixth largest oil and gas deposits in the world. And we have a key investments locally and globally around 1 trillion sovereign wealth fund. So then again, Abu Dhabi is filming locating for the Star Wars and Mission Impossible and Fast and Furious franchises, and it's a different cultures like the mosque, the church, and all. And we have a global partnership with the museums and universities such as Lawi and NYU, and we have a Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi, and the other regional medical facilities are there in Abu Dhabi. So when we are talking about Dubai, we have almost 3.3 million people. The cities itself is called superlative architecture, tourism, and real estate projects. We have the biggest, tallest buildings, Burj Khalifa, which is 828 meters, and we have an international airport of 90 million passengers are coming through annually, and we have a biggest port is Jebel Ali, which is the world the ninth biggest the port in Jebel Ali, and we have Dubai called as a global business technology hub, luxury beach resorts compared to the other four countries, which is Singapore, New York cities, and Istanbul. After these three countries, the Dubai is the one of them, and we have Expo, which is done in. We are almost 20 million plus visitors are visited in the expos, and we have academic cities, which is 27 different institutions, and 27,500 students are studying in this region. We have the other Emirates, which is called Sharjah. We have 1.3 million population over there, It is mainly the heritage and museums. And this is the first country which we have the airport, and we have the biggest university over there, which is called Schwarte University City. And we have the other Emirates, which is called Fujairah, which is around 97,000 people are there. The populations are there, which they are mainly in the Indian Ocean coast. They are in oil and pipelines. Then we have Ras Al Khaimah, which is the industrial hub, and we have a highest peak of Jebel Jais, and the tourist sectors, and the rack itself, the ceramic, is one of the largest ceramic manufacturers in the world. Then we have Ajman. Ajman is a dog construction yards, and we have an historical mountains destination. It's on the Oman border, oldest wind tower in the UAE. And we have Quain, 44,000 populations, which is mainly the seafood exports for the Middle East and Europe, and the rich mangrove forests and diversified natures and biofreight and fertility. And if you are looking to where is the UAE, UAE is the central largest diverse market in the Middle East, East Africa, and Southeast Africa and Central Asia. And we have a deep water ports in both African Gulf and Indian Ocean. So we are almost 4 billion people. 50% of the global population live within 8 hours flight. So the beauty of this region is we have a 88 hours flights all over the world. And we have a midpoint location between Europe and Asia and Africa, or Africa and Europe. If you look into the right hand side of the presentation, you can see where are the nearest the countries which is in Europe. When we are talking about who lives in the UAE, we have all nationalities, all religions, all social classes. So this is the beauty which I can emphasize on the UAE government itself. We have around 250 different nationalities are staying here. And as you know that controlling all these nationality, they have the mentalities are different, their culture is different. So they control everything in an umbrella. So that's, we can say that UAE do a tremendous job to control all these, the nationalities. So when we are talking about the white collars professionals managing the largest business hub in the Middle East, and they have 40% of the total workforce is in UAE. So when we are talking about the middle class workers, they are coming to this region to have a higher wages and their career growth as well. So when we are talking about the entrepreneur operating successfully international companies based in UAE, UAE is home to 10 billionaires and over 50,000 millionaires are here in this region. Then we are talking about the students. We have around 140,000 university students are here. And when we are aspiring the youth forms, all Arab nations, the UAE is the ranked #1 preferred job destination. Arab Youth Surveys is mentioned ahead of USA and UK. So what we are in UAE, who are operating in the UAE, we have a key sectors like oil and gas, trade, dynamic chemical industries, travel and tourism, financial service sectors, and transport. So as I mentioned to you, we have two major international airlines, which is Emirates and Etihad, connecting to the UAE 150 cities. And we have a financial service sectors, which is, we have two international financial centers, which is DIFC and ADGM. And when we are talking about the oil and gas productions, we have oil reserve of 105 billion barrels and gas reserve of 6,100 cubic kilometers. When we talk about the trade and tourism, which is over, you can see over there, the share of GDP is 11.6. When we are talking about the travel and tourism, almost 22 million tourists in 2019. The records is showing that 22 million tourists are here in this region as well. So when we are talking about the emerging sectors, there are fintech, space, ICT, healthcare sectors, renewable energy, and entertainment, streaming, and gaming. So in 2015, the government itself would like to have a fully green energy cities. Became in 2050. The government has an idea to make it 2050 as a green energy sector. So when we are talking about the fintech, you can see the fintech numbers over there, and you can see the healthcare. We have a good healthcare systems over here. We have most of the companies are operating over here in the healthcare, and we are inviting more companies to be here. And we are talking about the space. As everyone knows, recently we we launched something, good invention for the space itself. So we are, allocating 1.4% of the GDP for the space. And when we're talking about the entertainment and streaming as well, so we are in 2025, we are going to be UAE expect to be the 100% 5G in 2025. When we are talking about who operate in the UAE, most of the brands are here. You can see some of the brands on the right hand side, and the most of the brands over here as of now. And then we have Lulu, Danube, Gem Education, Ferrari World. These are the companies based over here, and they are operating in 28 countries. When we are talking about the Lulu itself, they are operating 28 countries. And when we are talking about the new, they are in 10 countries, and we have GEMS International Schools, the education, they have 9 countries, and Ferrari, we have 3 countries. When you are looking to the revenue itself, in 2020, Lulu itself is making 7.4 billion, dollar revenue, and compared to the Danube is 1.3, and GEMS is 926 million, and 600 million is from Ferrari. When we are talking about the other operators like Etisalat, DP World, Emirates, Majid Al Futim, and MR, these are some of the successful, the local brands which we have here in this region. Then we are talking about the e-commerce. We have Souk.com, we have Kareem, we have BVMW, and we have Aramis as well. So these companies are operating again in different countries. For example, Souk is operating in 4 countries. Then we have Kareem is the Uber type, which is operating in 14 countries, and EPMG is operating almost 18 countries, and the Aramex is operating in 58 countries. So when we are talking about the history of UAE, we started in 70s. You can see where we are in 70s and where we are in 2019. So there is a huge growth. You can see in 1970 it was full of desert. You can talk. If you see in Dubai Sheikh Zayed Road, 1970s, it was desert. On the right hand side, you can see Sheikh Zayed Road as of now in 2010. It was, you can just imagine what will be the growth over here. So in 1958, we discovered the oil in Abu Dhabi, and in 71, Sheikh Doms unified into UAE. So UAE is coming to the picture in 1970s, in 71. So when we are talking about all other in 1980s, we have the ports and airports, and you can see all the numbers which over here. So I don't want to brief about that. Then we are talking about the UAE is the Lodestar nation in trade, aerospace, business, tourism, livability, sustainability, and emerging technologies. When we talk about the open investments, what will be the benefit which we can over here? No direct taxation for the individuals, good quality business climate, dynamic and diversified economy, competitive cost of talent, access to low cost energy. These are the strengths which we have. No foreign exchange control or constraints related to the operation of fund. Availability of skills, talent is the state of arts, transport, and logistics infrastructure is available. Very rich hydrocarbon resources are there. When we are talking about the economic stability, is the open economy and politically stable. Then we are talking about the social stability, is there ease to doing business, variety of business premises are available as well. Then we have skillful, talented laborers are available, investment incentives, favorable business regulations are there, taxations, investment protections, government progressive and pro-business stance as well. So when we are talking about the trade, 632 billion is the annual trade as for report in 2019. 12th busiest container ports in the world, 6th largest oil exporters in the world, 6th largest gold exporters in the world, 3rd largest export market, first destination for US and EU, 60% of all the China's exports, and major consumer markets in the region. When we are talking about the aerospace, 134 million passengers on 883,000 flights passes through UAE airports annually. One of the largest cargo airlines in the world. 6th country to successful send to the spacecraft to another planet. one of the biggest, busiest airport for the international passengers. When we are talking about the business, number 16 globally in age of doing business report. And if you are talking about World Economic Forum, it is 25 globally in WEF Global Competence Report. 11th Global Logistic Performance Index. 20% of startups, accelerators, and incubators. Then 15th, the global FDI inflows. This is the key because almost 15th globally for FDI inflow with is 19 billion in FDI inflows received annually. Then the homegrown technical unicorns as 2021, as I mentioned to Kareem, Souk and all. Global investments, which we are talking about, ADIA, we have around 829 billion. ICD is 240 billion and Mubadala is 243 billion and ADQ. So these are the investment company. They are himself managing the investments over here. So the key investment sectors, as I mentioned to you, is aerospace, infrastructure, real estate, energy, and petrochemical. As everyone knows, is the tourism place. This is one of the best tourism place. 21.5 million tourists are arriving annually in this region. So as I mentioned to you before also, so everyone wants to, when they are going to their own country, from the country which they are working, so they want to pass by Dubai, especially because of the tourism. So this is the fourth most popular city destination, and we can talk about globally in overnight visitors. This is the number one, and we have any different sports events, including Formula, Dubai World Cup, UAE Tour, Mubadala tennis, and all these kind of things. And also, we have around 183,000 hotel rooms are available in this region. So when we are talking about liability, which we call the globally in UN World Happiness Report, opportunity for singles, families, and retirees. Globally, number 18 in globally, UNDP's Gender Equity Index is showing number one in the region. Then we are talking about the main thing is the safety. So this is the number one safest city with the lowest crime rates, and number four in globally in feeling safe to walk alone in the night. So if you leave your family in the midnight in the street, so they are safe. So this is how the government itself making sure the families and everyone are safe over here. When we are talking about the global infrastructure quality, this is the number one in the region and number 12 in the global. So when we are talking about the tolerant and respectable place to live, then again, 10 globally, it's a healthcare efficiency, lowest COVID-19 facility rates globally. Globally, in number one, accelerated health facilities, including the hospitals. Dubai is ranked number 6 and Abu Dhabi ranked number 9 globally as a medical tourism destination. And we have 22 globally in the healthcare innovations as well. So when we are talking about the education, 50 different international curriculum of students are here. Number 16 globally in equity and primary education. Number 12 globally in equity, quality of higher education. Number 8 in globally in quality in tech as well. So when we are talking about the sustainability, the UAE accounts 68% of the Middle East installed renewable energy capacities. And we launched the regional first low carbon community, which is called Masdar City. And more than 1,000 hydronic farms are here in this region. When we are talking about the emerging technology, this is the fourth globally launched commercial 5G services, opened world's first 3D printed office buildings, world first hydrogen powered flying boat to be made in Dubai. Inaugural flight is in 2023. When we are talking about the emerging technology, continue with the emerging technologies, tested world first autonomous flying the taxis, first countries to appoint the Ministry of Architectural Intelligence. So artificial intelligence, they appointed the first minister in this region. And all Dubai government transactions to go paper-free in 2021. When we are talking about the future expiration, so we are talking about in 2030, Dubai to have 20% of the transportation by anatomies and 25% building is 3D printed. And in 2031, UAE government service aim to really 100% AI. And in 2050, UI will be powered as a clean energy and reduce the carbon footprint by 70%. And in 2051, UAE had to reach #1 spot in Global Food Security Index. And 2117, UAE established its first settlement of MAAS. So the government itself have a huge future plans is already in pipeline. So this is all I have for a time being. So if you have any questions or anything, please let me know. So I am available every time, 24/7. You can contact me either through my mobile or through my email. I will be available for you. Thank you very much.
Kaseer, that was amazing. My God. So Malta is a little bit smaller, to be honest.
Thank you very much.
It was amazing. Thank you very much for all the information. And we will, when somebody will call us, we will forward you all inquiries, which we are more than happy that we will have the Germans and also in Dubai. Yeah? Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure having
Thank
you
you.
here.